Before we get started with the program, I want to go over several common TRX beginner mistakes that you want to avoid. Not only will they hurt your muscle growth and fat loss progress, but they can also increase your risk of injury, so make sure to pay close attention to this lesson. The first mistake has to do less with the use of the equipment and more with the wrong mindset. Many beginners think that TRX will do all the work for them. That's not true. Just because you're using 2 straps for your workouts doesn't mean you don't need to push and apply yourself. To build muscle and get in shape, you still need to put in the work and dedicate yourself to the program. Of course, the longer you do it, the more fun it gets and the more progress you will see. So over time, it becomes easier and you will actually want to train. The next mistake is to not keep your core engaged. Most TRX exercises are full body exercises. To do them properly, you need to engage your core and keep it tight throughout the whole movement. Because most people work in front of the computer all day where their core isn't engaged at all, they tend to slouch and sag their back when they start TRX. This is normal because you still need to build core strength. But in order to do that, you have to proactively keep it straight and tight. The best way of doing this is by imagining a string that starts from the middle of your lower back and goes all the way up to your head. You want to keep this string as straight as possible and not slouch. Mistake number 3 is using too much momentum. Bodyweight exercises and TRX are all about having your muscles do the work. When you start jerking or swinging your body and use the movement to do an exercise, you rob your muscles of the stimulus and also risk injury. Instead, stay in control of the exercise throughout the whole range of motion and do it slowly. Another thing you need to focus on is not to let the TRX have excess slack. In fact, there shouldn't be any slack on the straps no matter what exercise you're doing. Because once slack hits, that means your body has become disengaged from the exercise. This in turn means your muscles don't have any resistance to overcome, which means the exercise is useless. So especially as a beginner, you want to make sure to always keep the strap straight and your muscles engaged. And the last beginner mistake that is very common is not keeping your limbs in position. This is usually the result of the unwanted swinging I talked about earlier. When unequal pressure is applied in the foot cradle or handles, you could experience your hands or feet swinging up and down rather than staying in their position. Make sure this doesn't happen, or if it does, stop the exercise and adjust the straps so they're parallel. You always want to concentrate on applying equal pressure to each strap and stay in control when doing a movement. If you cannot keep your hands and feet still, try applying less resistance by adjusting your body position.